Hello, Geminis. I'm going to do a kind of pre-holiday reading, sort of holiday reading. Man, they're just talking with you. Pre-shuffle, they were talking like crazy with you guys. Okay, let's move fast. That's what Gemini is like, right? Am I wrong? I don't know. Okay. Some of you guys might have been juggling a little bit over this past eclipse. Maybe you're done juggling. Maybe you finally made a decision. It looks like it, because heading into the holidays, into the Sag energy that's coming, I'm thinking faster than I can talk here. It looks like you're either going to be offering something new or getting a new offer. I think you made a decision on something, and maybe you decided it's timely. Fine. Are you noticing that? Oh my God. I'm like my brain is like, Geminis, you guys are getting me. Okay. And this is reversed. So I kind of feel like, you're no longer crying over spilled milk. You're kind of moving on. I'm just going to stop right here before I get any more tongue-tied and say, you know what? The last reading I did for Gemini, it was weird how I got the air dragon. And because I'm going to have to try to slow my mind down so I can not lose my tongue. It's about sudden info, like just shooting in your head like lightning, like out of nowhere, getting this knowledge, right? I thought it was strange because I did the readings before I did a whole lot of research on the eclipse, because I didn't want to hinder the intuitiveness of it. I didn't want to have a bias, right? I saw everywhere just about for Gemini, they were saying that that's what was going to happen during this eclipse, like sudden bolts of lightning of like information, and you'd be processing like all this new stuff would just come at you. And I thought it was strange because in the pre-reading, it showed a lot about being stuck. And I have a Gemini sun, and I mean, he'll be mad if I talk too much about it, but he's been seeing me kind of stuck and stagnant lately, like kind of resisting change or resisting growing up a little bit, kind of like overly just tired and moody. Are any of you other Geminis feeling that way? Or am I just ran into a guy at the Renaissance Fair, and he's a Gemini. He was bubbly, sweet, fun, happy, great person, but obviously he's done the work, It's amazing how different people are when they do the work, right? Okay. Oh, wow. The bottom of the deck is the otter, so that's playing. I feel like I want to talk so fast, I can't think. I don't know if you guys are on a roll, because I have a lot in my third house, but I don't have actual Gemini in me. I'm an Aquarius Libra stellium, so I have a lot of air. I think quickly, but I cannot talk as fast as I think. I cannot write as fast as I think. But even my Aqua Sun's in the third house. So, and then the overall energy for this holiday season, having this seal, there is a little bit of a dilemma. And it is the wolf, which is, both of these reverse would be pretty dang bad, but being upright, why did I say bad? I say bad for holidays, because a wolf reverse would be alone time. This looks like you might have kind of something working or turning in your heart. You know what I mean? If you've kind of decided to move on to something new, and especially with it having to do with pentacles, that's material, something physical. It can be financial, but it's something that you can touch. It's not just something that you think about. And Gemini energy can stay stuck in the head, but I think you've made a decision about something physical. And the wolf upright is actually really a good thing. It's commitment. It's commitment to a situation, a thing. And I think they even mentioned it's good luck before bridal parties when a wolf crosses your path in Druid culture, because of the fact that they commit so well to their partner. Now, you having this for the actual holidays may sound sad, but I'll try to remember to pull a good tarot before we end, because they flip everything around to be positive, thank God. We'll just try to find out why that's here and clarify that. Why the Five of Cups everywhere. Sometimes it's actually the opposite of sadness. When you get it reversed, it's kind of like, completely different than what you think it is. And I'm trying to think in my head of what that is. And I feel the pull to tell you guys about the Sag energy coming up. So I'll put these down before I read them and tell you what got Queen of Cups at the bottom of the deck. And I don't know if y'all noticed, but it's not as bright. I didn't turn on my ring light. I like the fact that the ring light might make me look slightly younger. I don't know. But I feel like you guys can see. That sounds so So petty. Okay. I feel like you guys can see the cards better when I hold them up close because it's not reflecting. But as it gets darker, I may have to use a ring light. I don't know. Okay. But I did want to tell you guys, this is wild energy, okay? But I had read an astrologer that sends me emails on our subscription list had mentioned that this should be fun energy, really enjoyable for the Thanksgiving time. For those of you in the US, we have Thanksgiving at the end of, November for those who are not. But Venus enters Sag on the 16th. On the 17th, Mercury enters Sag. Then the Sun on the 22nd. And that's where, look at the master numbers on that. 11, 22, 22. The Sun enters Sag. That may be significant for some of you. And then we have on the 23rd, a new moon in Sag. So that is a lot of Sagittarius energy. And some of you may want to look up what the ninth house means for you and how significant it is for you. Then on the 23rd, Jupiter goes direct in Pisces. And then on the 3rd of December, Neptune goes direct in Pisces. That actually sounds pretty positive to me. Anyway, there's a few more things going on, but I won't worry about that yet. Okay, let's see what I got out of here when I asked why we got the Five of Cups reversed. Okay, so some of you have gone through some type of betrayal and loss. That's probably why the seal is there. And some of you, oh God, okay. This is what I feel like I've been getting from some Geminis, is that kind of baggage or not moving on energy. In the traditional tarot, this is like the ship or the little canoe boat, I should say, moving away with like someone hanging their head down and the swords in the boat. It's like kind of like moving, but with regret. Well, this is reversed, so it's like not moving on, or feeling stuck, or not able to let go, or carrying a lot of baggage with you wherever you go. And then, oh God, I got the Nine of Wands reversed, which is paranoia and resisting, hesitating. Then the Hanged Man. Got it reversed, so that's good. Maybe some of you feel like you've been the Hanged Man and you're like, not anymore. And then I got the Eight of Cups reversed, which usually that's someone walking away too. That's weird. Okay, and this may not be what you all resonate with, but this is the bottom of the deck. I think y'all know that you need to learn to let go and enjoy life a little bit. And seeing all of these cards somewhat negative, I feel like it is you in your head. You know what I mean? Like you're facing all of these struggles because of stinking thinking. You've got to change the way you're thinking. Like, this is really good. This is commitment. This is a wonderful time for the holidays coming. But I think you're having to learn to let go of the paranoia, of feeling like the Hanged Man, of feeling like, nothing is working out for you, all the baggage, all the feeling like no one understands you, nobody gets you, that sense of loss that you have. If you want to be able to face the holidays and enjoy it, all of this heavy energy that's been coming on Scorpio is pretty heavy energy, right? And some of you may just not be able to take it. Air signs like to be up, have a higher kind of vibe, floaty, fun. Most people I've seen that are Gemini, they enjoy interaction, they enjoy socializing. If for any reason they don't get it, they do get depressed and discouraged and they lose motivation, okay? So you got to actually look forward to the holidays and just count down the days and know, okay, it's coming and I'll enjoy it. You've got to get out of your head. I just kept listening to this, God, I feel weird trying to pronounce it with my Texas-Cajun accent. If you know, I was like made in Texas, but born in Cajun country, so in southern Louisiana. So, Sadhguru, I guess, is how you pronounce his name. I was just listening to this thing and him talking about why people are so tired. And I was sitting there looking at my son and me, because sometimes I'm so tired too. And he was talking about mental diarrhea. Like legitimately mental diarrhea, because the way we think about ourselves and everything else. And I was like, dang, that makes a lot of sense, guys. Okay, let's see. God, see, I'm getting a lot of reversals for you guys. Okay, that's Eight of Pentacles, and it's reversed. The Eight of Autumn, but it's Pentacles. King of Autumn is King of Pentacles reversed. And then that's the Six of Winter, and that's the same one, Six of Swords reversed. Guys, I really feel like some of you guys are just not letting go of something. Some of you may have had a severe disappointment, and it's just like put you in a depression, like where you're just stuck rotating, and it's not healthy. I do not want to see any of you with Gemini. I don't care if it's your astro macro, sun, moon, rising, your Venus, or if you just have a lot in your third house. Don't want to see you guys depressed. Come on, like for real. You guys know you're better than that. Come on. Y'all have, I hate to say that because I don't ever want you guys to repress your feelings. That makes you sick. I've been there, done that, I'm trying to think of who is that? Alex March or something like that on Instagram. She talks a lot about working through your emotions and bringing them consciously to the forefront so that you can heal your body. Because you don't want to suppress the way you feel. But also ask yourself, are you really feeling this, or is it just your thinking? King of Wands reversed. Yeah. Okay. Let me try to process all this. I'm already wanting to pull one of these so bad to give you guys some hope here. We're getting King of Pentacles reversed, Eight of Pentacles reversed. That's like the hard work card. Some of you may have actually literally gone through kind of a stagnant, lazy bout of depression where you're not really working towards your goals or dreams. And you're not going to be satisfied if you're not working towards your goals and dreams. Maybe they seem too big, too hard, too far away. And like I said, some of you have made a decision. That's the start. That's wonderful. You need to make a decision on where you want to start. Maybe y'all have fallen so hard, some of you, that you're having a hard time placing where you want your values and your priorities to be. Like getting this reversed, like giving up because you had too many things you were focusing on, too many goals, right? I know Geminis and as Aquarius too, we can have these lofty goals and dreams, and we can have so many that none of them come true because we're focusing on too many at once. And when you lose the passion for it, you're like, oh, it's too hard, I give up on it. And you don't want to do that. You need to pick one and stick with it. It's like, I like to think of the Eight of Autumn as a Taurus card. It's weird. I have a Taurus daughter and I have a Gemini son. And Taurus energy is in it for the long haul. It's hard work, long work, deep work, long-term goals, and not in a hurry to get there. It's how the tortoise won versus the hare. It's how Taurus is going to win over a Gemini. And we just had that eclipse in Taurus. It might have really shook some of y'all. And I know some of y'all might get mad at me saying that. I promise you there is a plus side to your sign. It's just that our greatest weakness is our greatest strength and vice versa. You have to look at where your strengths are and know that those are also your weaknesses, but also relish in your weaknesses because they can also be made a strength if you know how to flip it on its head. Which is kind of like what this is, which is pretty sure that's what the eclipse was teaching you, because this is the eclipse card. If this is juggling upside down, you got to flip it on its head. Find what is your weakness and make it work. And then the King of Autumn reverse, Yeah, I feel like some of you are sitting down on the job. You're not putting in the work. And for those of you who are, do not force this. If it's not resonating with you, don't you dare claim it. If you've been putting in the work, this part of the reading is not for you, okay? But some of you have not been putting in the work. You have all the goals, all the dreams, and all the ideas, but if you're not putting in the work and you have all this baggage because you're not moving forward, okay? Stagnant water, stale water is poison. You see water that's not flowing, it's been sitting somewhere, it starts to grow all kinds of nasty stuff. It's toxic, okay? And for some of you, it may not be you. It may be someone who is toxic and stagnant in your life, and they're giving you all the trouble, because if someone isn't growing, you hear a lot of cop-outs, when I hear guys say it more than girls, but sometimes girls say it, is, oh, I'll change, or, oh, she tried to change me, or so-and-so tried to change me. And it's like, quit. It's not about changing who you are. It's growing, flowing. None of us are meant to be reservoirs. We're all meant to keep flowing. You look at the Ace of Cups. it's overflow, right? You need to flow. You can't be stagnant. You can't be still. It's not even like a Gemini to be still, you know? So if you are not moving, something is wrong. Something is stuck. Something needs to come out, like an infection of the soul, maybe, or of the mind that needs to come out so that you can actually enjoy this upcoming season with your friends, your family, your loved ones, your coworkers. You know, I want to see you guys shine. Come on, I know you can do it. I know you can. Okay, so I got the sun. It did come out reversed, but thankfully in the good tarot, oh no, it's the star. Wow, for some reason I thought I saw sun. Wow, that's the Aquarius card. Okay, look how pretty that is. Isn't it pretty? And the good tarot has a way of always giving us a positive outlook when we're at our lowest. So that's why I like to use it. Okay. As inspiration. I am hopeful and inspired by life right now, and everything that is happening points to a renewed sense of encouragement. After all the changes I have experienced, I'm starting to recognize the hope that comes with new beginnings. So I think for some of you, maybe you have been a bit sleepy and tired, but maybe you can wake up to a new beginning and enjoy it. I really do hope you guys get that. You deserve it, okay? You guys are so bright. You have so many great ideas. You just have to be able to put it into action. But I definitely think that's wonderful for you. Focus on your inspiration and focus on your hopes, you know, but don't be afraid to move into it. And I hope this works out for y'all. I got little chills because I just know that you are probably on the precipice of having such a great new start that it might scare you guys a little bit because there's so much commitment involved, right? With a new start. If you actually want to commit to your dreams and goals, it can be a bit terrifying. And maybe you've kind of been putting off the change because you know that if you dive into it, you know, if you really want to succeed, there's no turning back. Sometimes I think we get tired and kind of disgruntled because our soul and our body knows we're about to dive in deep into something big. And so it's preparing us, it's making us rest, but we don't know why. We feel like we need to kind of rest and almost like, you know, like you're in the cocoon and everything is changing and it can feel negative, but it's really because you have something bright and new. But once you come out, you got to take off, don't you? And this, you know, like it was at the bottom of the deck. Maybe some of you are feeling a little bit vulnerable and sensitive right now. I feel exhausted with this reading. Is weird. But don't forget, I think this Scorpio energy is so intense, is so deep. It can be very, very hard on certain signs. But when I think with Sag, okay, it starts in Venus on the 16th and we got 17th and so on and so on. I think as we move into Sag season, you'll probably start to feel that waking up physically again. You know, you had a lot of things coming to you through this eclipse mentally, you know, maybe draining or exhausting thinking it. But I think as Sag comes along, you'll be able to implement it, get moving again, feel those creative juices flowing so you can actually physically implement what you've been longing to do. I hope so anyway. I do have, okay, for those of you who did make it this far, my mind is everywhere now. Please like or comment, and I'm kind of wanting some suggestions, like, you know, I didn't use the ring light this time to see if y'all could see the cards better. Also, I'm trying to like have the thing down where you can see some on the table a little bit better. What else? I'm thinking about putting some readings on my Etsy shop, either just the spreads that you can buy for like $1 or $2, and maybe a couple of personal readings that are in depth. I might do extended reading for the holidays too, but if I do an extended reading for the YouTube channel, it's going to be a lot more in depth, a lot slower, a lot longer, because it's going to be so intense. But the 2 spreads I created, one for the new year, it's got 7 cards for each of the 4 seasons. And then the other one is for the holidays, and it kind of shows how your family life, your significant other, friends, work, how all that stuff is going to kind of mesh into one. And I might put some personal readings on Etsy. I don't know. I may just do an extended on here. If some of you just want to see a more extended version, just let me know. I I feel so tongue tied with you. I want to go down like a gallon of water after doing you guys. I love you. I bless you. Until next time.